Hey everyone, I'm here today to talk about an article that was on the BBC News talking about Amazon being accused of tricking Prime customers. And in this article, the BBC talks about how the FTC, Federal Trade Commission, is looking at Amazon and how they have their Prime subscription set up so that it makes it easier for people to subscribe for Prime, but makes it difficult for them to unsubscribe. They talk about this whole idea of dark patterns, and that's why I'm creating this video to talk about the topic of dark patterns. And you may have heard the term, but for people that haven't, it relates to the user experience. When we create user experiences, we try to err on the side of the user. We create something that benefits the user. We create something that's easy, that makes it more frictionless. And by doing that, we hope that we're going to make that easier for users. They're going to want to use our application, and it's going to create more value overall for everyone. But the user is going to benefit, right? The benefit is on the user. When we think of dark patterns, they're related to UX, but the benefit is towards the business. So a dark pattern might be an example like what we're talking about here, where we make it easy for someone to subscribe, but when they want to try to unsubscribe, well, we're going to make it a little harder because we don't want them to unsubscribe as the business, because business wants to have people engaged. They want to have them paying that fee of that Prime cost, right? So when we do that, that doesn't benefit the user. It can make the user frustrated. The user can abandon. But like when they abandon, they end up paying the business. Like in this example, like Prime cost about $139 a year. If they abandon and they forget about it, now they paid, for another year of Prime, they might not have wanted it. So in this example, this is what's happening with Amazon, but this is happening all over the place. And the FTC is getting, really involved, and they want to make sure people know about this. And they put a report together last year that said that there's a rise in these sophisticated dark patterns that are happening. So some examples you might have seen: disguised ads. You go to a website, you see content that you think is really good content, you click on it, and boom, you clicked an ad. And that doesn't benefit you because now you're in the wrong place. You didn't get what you wanted, but that publisher just got paid because of that click that you did. Difficult to cancel subscriptions. The Amazon example is one, but also if you've ever used the Wall Street Journal, the Wall Street Journal is very difficult to unsubscribe from. You have to talk to a person. You have to explain why you're leaving the Wall Street Journal. They have to try to sell you on the same subscription at a cheaper price before you unsubscribe. So that's putting some barriers in between the person actually unsubscribing. Burying terms and conditions like early cancellation fees and just legalese. No one's going to read it anyway. So like, how do you err on the side of the user? Put those things up front. Hey, if you subscribe for this, there is an early cancellation fee, right? Like, make sure people know about it. And then also when they go to cancel, make sure they're aware. Like, hey, when you subscribe for this, you knew that there was an early cancellation fee. If you do unsubscribe, you're going to be hit with this early cancellation fee. And then tricks to obtain data. I've seen this more and more, where people will put information out there and they'll say, give us your information and we'll give you something that you perceive maybe as value, but they're really just trying to like grab your data and use it to sell it, or use it to use that information to target ads towards you and things like that. So really interesting press release that they have here from the FTC, as well as the article. I'll link both in the post, but I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever encountered a site that you feel like has a dark pattern like this? I'd love to hear about that, as well as like if there are other topics like dark patterns, user experience, web design, anything like that that you really would like to learn more about. Drop it in the comments. Let me know, because I'd love to share some videos with that to help inform and educate people around these different topics. That's all I have for today, but thanks again for hanging out and talking about dark patterns today. And like I said, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Thanks.